Hi, welcome to another episode of Untold Tales Behind Chinese Idioms. The Chinese idiom we're going to talk about today is Fu Xi Hua Gua. Fu Xi is a tribal leader, but he was also one of the earliest gods. Hua means draw. Gua is the way to understand the world. You might have seen this picture in many places. There are people who use it to tell fortune and tell the future. In the version of story where Fu Xi was a human, he was from the stage of savagery. Back then, life was really hard. Upstream of Shui, which was one of the largest branch of the Yellow River, there was a tribe. Fu Xi was born there. Though he led his people through hard work, gathering and hunting, they're often in starvation. Seeing all his work going in vain, Fu Xi couldn't see the point of living. So whenever he has time, he climbed on the Guatai mountain and thought about the mystery of the universe. He observes the celestial changes, how the stars, sun and the moon moved, and what's the rule of nature, why winds blew in their direction. He also reflected on himself, month after month, years after years, without stop. Maybe his dedication moved the world. One day, he saw a wonderful illusion. In a blast, the Dragon Horse Mountain across Shui opened up. A horse-shaped dragon came out. It walked down the river and stopped on the rock in the middle of the river. The dragon horse's body showed a clear and sparkling gua, and the rock he stepped on became a three-dimensional taiji, with yin and yang playing with each other. This view enlightened Fu Xi and imprinted in Fu Xi's mind. He saw the answer to the world and to us. He understood that everything was quite simple. It was just yin and yang. What's the story of the mythological version of Fu Xi? In 1973, archaeologists found a tomb from late Warring State, which was 300 to 221 BC. In there, they found the oldest written words on fabric. And on this fabric, there was a complete mythological story of Fu Xi and the world. It said that before there were sky and the ground, when everything was in chaos, Fu Xi was born. He married Nuwa and gave birth to 4 sons. So in the beginning of this mythology, Fu Xi represented 1. When he got married with Nuwa, they represented yin and yang. And their 4 sons, you might have heard of the 4 gods, Qinglong, Baihu, Zhuque, Xuanwu. The oldest one is Qinglong, the Greek dragon, and his name is Qinggan. The second son is called Zhu Sidan, which is Zhuque, rose finch. The third son is called Bai Daran, which was the white tiger. And the youngest one is Mo Gan, which is the black turtle. The 4 gods created the sky and they kept the sky rotating and used the essence of 5 colored wood to stabilize the sky. Because the 4 gods understood how yin and yang worked, they created ground, and they led Yu and Qi to rule the ground, created calendar, and regulate stars in terms of how they moved. Back then there weren't sun or moon, so the 4 gods represent the 4 times, 4 seasons. Since then, the 9 states were all in peace. The mountains were in harmony. 10 more hundred years later, Di Jun gave birth to the sun and the moon. Di Jun had many wives, and one of his wives is called Xi He, who gave birth to 10 sons. Another wife of his, Changxi, gave birth to 12 moons. They have their own stories and Chinese idioms represent them, and I will talk them later. So what's the meaning of this Chinese idiom, Fu Xi Hua Gua? It is a complete sentence that says Fu Xi, the god or the tribal leader, draws gua. The mythology of Fu Xi basically is 1 became 2, and 2 gave birth to 4, and the 4 created everything. So you can see that the mythology of Fu Xi is from Taoism. That is the religion or belief this mythology rooted on. So, are you curious about the mythologies and people I mentioned today? Stay tuned and I will share their stories. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.